Alright everybody, welcome back. In this video I'm going to be going over some things that I have learned on my journey to becoming a profitable day trader, and I want to share them with you. Here we go. Alright you guys, so here we go. Let's jump right into it. As a beginner day trader, here's what I have learned so far, starting with number one. I underestimated the amount of time this will take in regards to studying. Studying includes screen time, aka watching the markets, tracking your trades, studying your trades, watching videos on different patterns to learn, watching videos of other traders to better yours, etc. Things like that. Yeah, I pretty much just underestimated it. I didn't realize how much time this was going to take. I knew it was going to take a lot of time, but I didn't realize how much really goes into it until doing it. And with that being said, I'd show you guys, I have a whiteboard right here and it says learn to love the process. And you really got to learn to love the process of studying of all this stuff. And I think if you're going to college, that's going to take a lot of studying as well. You're probably going to have to study a lot more than what I do here, but why do you put in the time to study for college? Just because you know what you're doing is going to pay off. So it's pretty much the same exact thing with this. If you're able to put in the time and you know what you're doing is going to pay off, then you're not going to have a problem putting in all of those hours. Okay, number two, having risk management is super important. Learning support and resistance helps with that a lot. This was one of my biggest struggles in the beginning. I'm still in the beginning, but I mean like in the first 2-3 months, having risk management was a problem for me. I would see a lot of traders talking about risk management. Oh, I'm risking this level, I'm risking this much. And for me, I always thought that risk management was just, oh, I'm only willing to risk, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever the case may be. And when I learned support and resistance, I learned that having risk management isn't only just risking a dollar amount, but it's also risking a support level within the stock. And if you guys have seen some of my trading recap videos, I do go over that, and you could see that sometimes when it breaks support, it just ends up crashing. So yeah, having risk management is super important, and what helped me with that is learning support and resistance. 3, don't revenge trade. This ended up happening with me today. So revenge trading is pretty much when you're losing on the day and you're just going into trade so you can make up for those losses. So now you're forcing a trade so you can make up for those losses. Or let's say you're in a stock and you're winning. I'm saying let's say because this is what I did today. I was down, I think like 200. So today I was up $500. I lost $200. I was in a stock, and then I was up like 150, 160. But I didn't want to collect those gains because I wanted to make up for the losses that I had earlier in the day. And what ended up happening was I ended up just coming out for a $50 profit. So don't revenge trade. Do not revenge trade. Revenge trading, you're pretty much forcing a trade. And the way I like to put it is, if you force a fart, it comes up like shit. And if you revenge trade, chances are you're going to lose money. Now, not all the time, obviously, but it's better to lower your risks of losing money by just taking what you have and just letting go. 4, making a lot of money isn't about focusing on making a lot of money and achieving it. It's studying on how you can get better with your process with trading. One thing that's clicked for me so early on, and I'm very grateful for this, is that people who are making the big bucks, they don't focus on making the big bucks. They focus on how they could better their plan and their execution to win into a trade. And with that, the byproduct is making more money. So yeah, making a lot of money isn't about focusing on that and achieving it. It's about studying on how you can get better with your process, with your trading. Which goes into number 5. You have to have a plan when you're in a trade. When entering and exiting a stock, you have to have a plan. If you don't, it's just gambling. You don't get into this niche with penny stock trading to gamble. You get into this to do it right and strategically, and by doing that is by having a plan. Okay, let's go down. All right, 6. In my opinion, you won't succeed in this by just dabbling into it. After a while of dabbling, you have to either commit or move on. And I think that's pretty much with anything in life. You're not going to become successful in anything if you just dabble into it. You either have to commit and go full throttle, or just find something else. That's my opinion, of course, but I think that's pretty much with anything. Okay, number 7, making a watch list the previous night of the stocks you're potentially going to trade. That's really big. So then when you go into the market the next morning, you're already prepared. You don't need to do a whole bunch of scrambling around. A watch list could take 10 minutes. It could take an hour. It could take 2 hours, whatever the case may be, depending on exactly what you're looking to trade. So make a watch list the previous night of the stocks you want to trade. Also, looking at the daily chart and the percent change is key too. I just started looking at the daily chart, I want to say like about a month and a half ago, even before I go into a trade. That's really big. And then also it's important to come in the next day prepared, like I was just saying. Okay, number 8, 99% of people get into trading because of the money, but it's not about the money, it's about the freedom the money can bring. And I think that goes back to, that doesn't go back to anything. 99% of the money get into trading because of the money, but it's not about the money, it's about the freedom the money can bring. And I think that's just pretty much self-explanatory right there. 9, don't focus on how much you can make, focus on how you can refine your process to become a better trader. Then the money will come. And that's exactly what I was saying. And number 4, making a lot of money isn't about focusing on that and achieving it. It's studying on how you can get a better. It's studying on how you can get better with your process. So, don't focus on how much money you can make. One thing my mentor says: if you go into the day wanting to make X amount of money for the week, for the day, for the month, then you're going to start forcing trades, and you don't want to do that. You only want to focus on your setups. You have to be very disciplined, and you have to have a plan, like I was saying. Okay. And the plan isn't only going into it, but also exiting it. That's where the discipline part comes in as well. Okay. Number 10. Your why has to be strong in order to keep moving forward. This isn't easy and is definitely time consuming, but it does have a big payoff. And the reason why I say I have a big payoff is because I see the opportunity day in and day out of how much people are making, and it's ridiculous. And like I said in the beginning, it's not about the money, it's about the freedom that the money can bring. And for me, my way is completely different. That's a whole different. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me pause this real quick. So your why has to be strong in order to keep moving forward. This isn't easy and is definitely time consuming, but it does have a big payoff. It does have a big payoff. I see the opportunity day in and day out, how much people are making. But like I was saying, 8 is that it's not about the money, it's about the freedom that the money can bring. So just like I was saying in the beginning as well, is that your why has to be strong enough, because it is going to take a lot of time, it's going to take a lot of patience, it's going to take a lot of dedication. And in order to go through all of that, you have to have a why. And my why is different. I'll go into that maybe in another video, maybe. But I know my why, and you need to know your why as well in order to keep moving forward. Okay, 11. The odds are stacked against you. 90% of traders lose. I recently just wrote a blog post. It's called Process Over Profits. And the reason why the odds are stacked against you and 90% of traders lose is because people don't want to put in the time. People get greedy. People aren't disciplined enough. And that's pretty much it. Me watching this 5, 10, 15 years down the line, I could probably be part of that 90%. But from what I have learned so far, it's because of those reasons. Because, discipline, they don't want to put in the time, they get lazy, they don't have enough patience, so on and so forth. So just remember that when you go into this, the odds are stacked against you, and 90% of traders lose. And that if you do become profitable with this, consistently profitable, then you're then part of that 10%, which is really good. But also, it's going to take work to continue to be part of that 10%. 12, you have to be disciplined, committed. You have to be interested in this, focused, and you have to have tons of patience. This isn't going to happen overnight, which goes into number 3. This isn't no get rich quick type of deal. This is got to be disciplined, committed, interested, focused, tons of patience. It's going to take time. It's going to take lots of time, but also have a big payoff, like number 10 says. 14 is you have to be okay with losing. You're not going to win 100% of the time. Even if you win 60, 70, 80% of the time, that's still good. As long as your wins are more than your losses, then mathematically your account will grow. Number 15 is you never stop learning. There's always something to learn and get better at. Whether you're making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, there's always something to learn and always something for you to get better at. So those are some things that I've learned in my 6 month journey into day trading, and I'm really happy that I realized this stuff because it's kind of just straightforward. It's just really straightforward, and if you're not willing to go through these struggles, then just try and find something else, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But for me, I see what this opportunity has in store, and it kind of fits it, not kind of, but it does fit everything that I want for my life. So I'm super excited for how everything has been going so far. I really enjoy doing these videos for you guys. I enjoy you guys reaching out. And I hope that this kind of inspires you to do something of your own, whether it's day trading or whether it's just something else. I also believe that some of these things that I've learned here is it's it's stuff that you could take into whatever niche you're doing as well. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the link in the description. Go read my blog post, you guys. It's called Process Over Profits. It's just a quick summary of what I've learned so far, and I kind of debunk some things that you may have heard regarding the stock market there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Have a good night.